Hey everybody, I'm in my kitchen and I'm getting supper started and I want to share with you some things that I'm doing. So I'm going to be popping in and out a few times. But the first thing I want to show you is our new skillet that sautés and steams. I'm loving this. Here it is. So I have some cut up broccoli on the top, and pardon the mess of what I'm doing here. I have no extra hands. Woo! And then a little steamed up. I'm boiling some potatoes in the bottom, and then I'm going to cook the two together in this pan on the stovetop, and then I'm going to put them in the oven because this handle can come off. How awesome is that? If you don't have any of our non-stick pans, this is definitely one to get because it's very versatile, because it's the pan plus it comes with the steamer, which can expand, plus it comes with the lid. So I'm going to do what I need to do with this, and then I'll pop back on again in a few minutes to show you the next part that I'm doing. Hi again. Okay, so the next thing I did was drained all the water from my potatoes, and I have oil. I have some chicken broth that was in here that has since disappeared from the heat, and I have some Italian seasoning and some of our garlic and some of our 3 onion mix in there to give it lots of good flavor. Now the recipe says to fry it until they're golden brown. I don't see that happening anytime soon. I didn't put as much oil in it, but that's okay. Just bring up my recipe again. Okay, and then after that is kind of browned, we got to put the broccoli in there and some Parmesan cheese. And then that goes into the oven. So I'm doing 2 recipes at the same time, unfortunately. So my fish recipe that I'm doing is a chili lime fish that gets put in the oven. And you could totally do this in the air fryer, but I have too much fish to do it in the air fryer all at once, and I just don't want to wait. So for this, I have in here a measuring cup. I've got a little bit of water. I've got some honey. I have our chili lime seasoning, a little bit of cumin, and I need some lime juice and garlic to go in this. So I've got our new zester and juicer. Let's do this lime and rinse. Zest this to give it a little bit of extra lime flavor. It's always good to zest your limes and lemons when you're cooking with them, even oranges or grapefruits too. Because even if you're not using it in your recipe, you can always dry it and use it later on for extra flavor when you don't have that citrus. I kind of wish that there was some kind of contraption I could just stick my lemon or lime in and it would zest it all at once. Don't even have to do what I'm doing. But as far as I know, that does not exist. Lots of lime in there. I'm just going to cut this in half. Now, my recipe says that I'm supposed to use 2 limes, but I'm not going to because I've used so much of the zest. That'll give it the flavor, and I don't really need the extra moisture. My fish is rather moist as it is. good. Sorry for the elbows view. My dream kitchen would have a counter that you could be across from me on. Unfortunately, the reality is it's a galley. Alright, I'm just going to throw all this in here. Truly, I could have just done it all in this juicer. I didn't think about that beforehand. And we need some garlic. I'm going to use fresh garlic. Love that you don't have to peel the garlic. Oh, this one's a bit harder. And I love that ours comes with this little Barbie brush for cleaning and getting all, whoops, right in my bowl. Getting out all the skin that you don't need. And then if I get garlic stuck in the little tiny holes, this will poke them out. And it clips right on. Alright, so I'm going to mix this up. And I found a cut on my finger from that lime juice. Woo, it's starting to sting. Stir these are looking really good. Turn the heat off. And see, the steamer, how awesome is this? So it expands, so it's nice and thick. You can put lots in there, or if you want something to be touching the water, you can put that in there for that. Or you can do what I did, and just boil something in the bottom while you're cooking something in the top. And if it weren't for having my fish in a separate pan, this would all be done in one. Alright. Some flavor on my broccoli in there. This smells amazing, by the way. All right. Just going to move this over and bring my fish here. So you can kind of see what I'm doing. I've got haddock. My recipe calls for tilapia, which I never buy. And just always have haddock. So now this says to brush the fish with your sauce mixture. And I must say I've never made this recipe, so I don't know how it's going to turn out. I really hope that we like it. Have you ever seen our basting brush? It has this little hook here on the side so that, oh, this isn't quite tall enough, but if you had a taller bowl or something, you can stick it on the side. This isn't even tall enough. And it hooks on so it doesn't fall out or fall in. Like if you're doing barbecue sauce or something and you got it in a bowl, or if you're doing some kind of special oil that you've got into a bowl, whatever. Definitely helps. Save yourself from getting dirtier. What I really need to do is get that spoon out of there. Last one. And then my fish is going to go in the oven for 20 minutes, and my potatoes say that they need to go in for 10 minutes. So I'm going to actually put them in at the same time, and then take the potatoes out a little bit early. I might have to take my fish out at the same time because it's not overly thick, but we shall see. Make sure that all my ends are covered with some kind of a sauce on it. Lots of flavor in this, that's for sure. There we go. And this that I'm using is the medium sheet pan. So it's quite large. Alright. Now, this frying pan has a silicone extra so that you don't burn your hands. Remove the handle. Just push it in a little further. And that's it. And just need to set the time. There we go. We're going to try for 10 minutes. So I will be back again when I'm at the 10-minute mark and show you what it looks like. It's all done. It only took 10 minutes for the fish. Unfortunately, my fish was a bit watery. But it is fully cooked. Kind of see it there, hey? Alright. I'm going to take the handle and grab my frying pan. And that is nicely done. Honestly, I'm not 100% sure why you need to put it in the oven after you've boiled and fried it, but that's what the recipe said, so that's what I did. Definitely kept it warm while my fish was cooking. Alright, so I'm going to show you what it looks like, and I'll post the recipes afterwards. Turn my camera. There we go. So there's our chili lime haddock and our garlic and Parmesan. I forgot to add the Parmesan in my video, but I did add it before it was in the oven for very long. But it's garlic, Parmesan, potatoes, and broccoli. So, yum yum. Supper is ready.